This is the 2014 Porsche Cayenne diesel, and it's the most efficient SUV Porsche has ever made. It has a 3-liter turbo intercooled diesel V6 that makes 240 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Inside, it's roomy, comfortable, and utterly full of gadgets. But at the same time, the Cayenne diesel is, in many ways, utterly against what Porsche's brand has been about for the last 75 years. On the other hand, if you're a die-hard Porsche fan who needs seating for 5 and a 600-mile range, this could be the truck for you. Why would you want a Cayenne diesel? Well, you want the image of a Porsche, you want the feel of a Porsche, the look of a Porsche, but you don't really need the monster turbo engine, you don't really need the thirsty gas V8, and you want a lot of range. You can go 600 miles on a tank of diesel in this car, and in the States, where diesel is about the price of mid-grade gasoline, it's a pretty good value in terms of a balance between power and efficiency. The diesel engine itself is a 3-liter turbo V6. It's the same engine used in the Audi Q7 diesel as well as the Touareg diesel. Both of those cars are less expensive than the Cayenne diesel. Obviously, it's the most expensive one. It starts in the high 50s and can go well into the 70s, 80s, even 90s if you option it up properly. You do get some things for that money, though. You get a million buttons. If you like buttons, there are buttons here. There's buttons for everything. I can adjust the suspension in 2 different ways, dampening and height. I can adjust the drivetrain differentials for off-road, on-road, or even track. I've got a sport mode, hill descent, traction control off, fully automatic dual-zone climate control, heated and cooled seats, touchscreen nav, all kinds of good stuff. Automatic headlights, automatic wipers, automatic pretty much everything else. The seats are exceptionally comfortable. I've always loved the Cayenne seats. The seating position and visibility in all directions is excellent. You do need the backup camera for reversing because the rear window is not very big, but there is plenty of room back there. The rear seats are great. If you're cross-shopping a Cayenne diesel, you're probably also looking at the BMW X5 diesel, the Mercedes ML Class diesel, as well as within the Volkswagen Audi Group family, the Q7 or the Touareg. In terms of a value, the Cayenne is the worst value because it's the most expensive and because ultimately a lot of them come with very similar features, very similar performance, and very similar space. It's just going to come down to which one you prefer. If it's me, I prefer either the Touareg because you get this drivetrain in a vehicle this size for a lot less money, or the X5 because I happen to love the X5 diesel and the way it delivers power and its off-road capability because the X5 diesel is very good. The Mercedes doesn't really do it for me. I just don't love the styling of it. And the Audi is excellent if you want the 3rd row, but it's a little big if you don't need the 3rd row. This is a very good car. And like all Porsches, it comes down to how much you want to put into it. Do you want to get all the options and make this a $90,000 car? That's kind of silly. If you can restrain yourself with the options a bit and realize that you'll end up with a car basically the same as whether you get the options or not the options, you can save the money and you can have yourself a nice Cayenne diesel for around $70,000. I really liked the Cayenne diesel, honestly, until I drove some of the competition. The ML350 Bluetex diesel engine is much more refined and it rides better on the street. The Audi Q7 is bigger and more practical, and the Volkswagen Touareg is nearly the same vehicle for $20,000 less. For $60,000, you could get a BMW X5 diesel and have the softest interior materials of the bunch. The Cayenne is a nice car, especially in turbo trim, but it's hard to make a rational argument for the diesel over the strong competition.